Well, we definitely got off to a bad start with Kiki in the start, a guy that's been throwing the ball really, really well. We make an error to start the game at short, and then we give up a 3 spot. And anytime you do that, you don't have a good start. It lets them relax, puts a lot of pressure on our offense trying to do a little bit more than they need to do, and then they have a chance to get after us. So you got to have good starts, man. I don't know if we've overcome a bad start this year. When we have a good start, we win. If we don't have a good start, we lose. And we got to be able to come back from a bad start. But that's definitely what caused some things. We had some opportunities to do some things and some big moments, and we couldn't get it done. So, but I do look at this. I will say this. If you would have told me after the first 5 series, halfway through the point of conference, if you'd have told me we'd be a game out of first place or tied for first, whichever's going to be whoever won, I would have told you with the way we've played this first half, you're crazy, because we have really played poor. We've been very inconsistent with some starters. We haven't hit at times that we can hit, guys that can really hit. So you take a breath, slow down, got to get better, got to get better with some of those starters, and we got to do a little bit better job on offense at times, and we got to make a run this second round. We've got more at home than we have away, and it seems like we're playing better on the road than we are at home, which is not fun because we should be better at home, but we're fine.
Speaking of those opportunities, 3 times today, left the bases loaded. What do you talk about in that situational meeting?
Well, you got Rudy sitting in there that's, won the spot. He's been here 3 years trying to win it. He's catching one of the best catchers in the league, no doubt, and he's been swinging the bat really well, hit some lasers yesterday into that wind. It's a guy that hasn't been in that situation much in his career, but you don't point the finger at him. He's been phenomenal. But, yeah, that hurts. And they make good pitches. Sometimes you give credit to the pitcher if he makes a big pitch in that big moment. Sometimes it's hard to drive runs in. So, but, yeah, he's the one upset with himself, and so you try to take a little pressure off him. And I say, dude, you're fine. But it is what it is.
Yeah, Coach, 11 hits today. How can he tighten up defensively for the rest of the season?
We take so much pride in defense here. We were 20th in the country last year out of 300 teams, and we definitely dropped the ball at times. But it still comes back. The defense is fine. Defense is fine. We got to pitch better. We have guys in here that can throw, just like we make a move with Carlos yesterday, and he's unbelievable. We got some guys that can do it. And Kike was 25 strikeouts and 4 walks coming into this with really good numbers. And you just keep moving your feet. You keep getting each individual kid a little bit better. You keep pushing, and you keep pushing, keep coaching. That's what we got to do.
So you said you've been playing well on the road. You get one more at Rice again, a team you've already seen. How can you use that as a bounce back to get ready for the rest of the?
Well, we didn't play good in there. Had that long drive from Nichols over into Houston. It took like 8 hours because of traffic. Got in there late and were tired and played really bad. And they're having a lot better year. I don't want to take anything away from them, but we're better than they are. And winning's winning. We got to get a little bit of that in our blood right now. We're playing the 16th hardest schedule in the country. And I think it's hurt our confidence at times. Sometimes I get mad at myself for the schedule I put in front of them. But I would rather play the best than play a bunch of teams that aren't very good. And that's just the way I am. But it's definitely cost us some confidence and on the offensive side at times. But we'll be ready. We got to get on the road, get a game, and get back in here for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, which will be a day early, and be ready to go.